I think we're good to go. I see myself here on the screen. We went back to some ancient times. My setup here, but we're live and alive in the 915. Once again, welcome to our online open mic. It's Monday. We're here. Good to have you guys. Thanks for everyone who was here. A couple of you guys were waiting. We even had our friend here.
I see myself here on the
Yo,
screen.
sorry.
We
Let
went
me
back.
mute that. Okay. I did things a little differently. I forget to mute myself. It happens. Anyway, this is our online open mic. We've been doing this every Monday since April of 2020 and into 2024, hopefully many more. We have 199 episodes. This is the 199th episode. You get what I'm saying here. We're on the cusp of celebrating our 200th episode. That is super exciting and a whole lot of fun. But right now, we got a really great list tonight for today's show. As always, it's like any other open mic. If you want to perform, all you have to do is sign up. And so if you are watching right now on the live stream, we still have a little bit of room for a couple of people to sign up. You can sign up. There is a link in the description, and that will take you to a sign up form. Make sure you fill that out. And then you can join us in the Zoom room. Of course, if you just want to support, if you just want to listen, then we welcome you to just go ahead and hang out in the YouTube live stream. Chris Ren is here. Yes. Chris Ren. Why did I say it like that? Yeah. What's up, Christopher? One of our mods there on the YouTube live stream. So yeah, if you are listening, let us know you're here because I've mentioned in previous shows one of the unique things about these online open mics, unlike versus a in-person live show with a live audience, we can look into the stage, into the audience, and see people. But online, it's you guys are a little bit more intangible. So let us know you're here. Type hello in the chat. Where you're listening in from, and more importantly, stick around with us most of the night. I like to hang out in the live chat. So does Kit, and a bunch of us are there. So and otherwise, I'll give you guys shout outs throughout the night. It's good to be here. Um, my name is Richie David Marrufo. I'll be your MC and host. And just really quick, a couple of other orders of business before we do kick things off. Again, we have a really great list of performers, poetry, music. We got it all tonight. Our open mic series. We are in the U.S. Southwest. We've been in El Paso since 2007, and in that time, we have served thousands. We've had many, many people grace the stage, make their debuts on the mic. We've had award-winning poets like Robin. We've had just people from all backgrounds join us, and something that's really great. That's a way to kind of start off 2024 is we're lucky to expand. We are in the U.S. Southwest, and so if you know this area, we are our neighbors right there, Texas, Las Cruces, and even Mexico, Juarez, El Paso, Las Cruces, the little tri-state region. So we have officially launched Las Cruces BWOMS. That's right. So we're going to have open mics, writing workshops, and maybe even some poetry slams in the Las Cruces area. And of course, we have granted, we've been able to connect with some really cool people in Las Cruces who will be running that and leading the shows, including someone you may know if you've been tuning into some of these shows, the Lizard King. Lizard King is an amazing host. Really looking forward to that. And we will also be making sure to like train new hosts and expand to new areas, new shows. A lot of great stuff happening. So if you are in the area, join us for our debut event, our kickoff party, so to speak, at Grounded Coffee, Saturday, February 10th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it yet. We may have Liz host a little bit, Fernando or myself, but it's just really nice to have a team. Kit, I imagine will be there. We haven't really confirmed that. Kit, of course, is one of our awesome hosts as well, not only online, but in person. So we got a team and I'm loving it. Also, more events happening. Something that Fernando and Lee started was the right work sessions, the right dash slash work sessions. This Wednesday, Kit Ran himself. That's right, Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Tumblewords, Mr. BWOMS Bouncer, the man of many nicknames, will be leading that session. So if you guys are in the El Paso area, come check it out. If you're not, well, buy some tickets and we will see you soon. If you're visiting El Paso or you're going to be nearby, definitely shoot us a message. Otherwise, follow us on social media, Bar Open Mic Series, anywhere. Follow this YouTube channel. And lastly, before I begin, I feel like I've said this several times already. Lastly, before I begin, if you're watching and you're an EPCC student, and you're here for the virtual Tejano passport program, stick around. I'll be, just let us know in the chat if you're here for that, and I'll go ahead and throughout the show let you know how you can get that credit. Otherwise, let's go ahead and kick things off. We are happy to be kicking things off in El Paso, not through me, because I guess technically we always kick it off in El Paso when I start the shows, but we get to transfer it over to our next performer. You've seen many, many times before. I've already alluded to her and her award-winning book, um, Flow, but now she has her new book, Ridge of High Pressure. We were looking at a copy that Mike Sindler just got himself, so you can still get one yourself. But right now, let's go ahead and welcome to kick off the show, Robin Schofield. Hey, Robin.
Hey, Richie. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Yeah, I have my book here, Ridge of High Pressure, published by Mouthfeel Press. You can get it at mouthfeelpress.org. I forget. Or Bookshop, Barnes and Noble, all the usual places. Or you can send me a message and I'll get you a copy. So I thought I would do a couple of poems from Ridge of High Pressure and do some that it is .com. Thank you, Kit. Do some that I don't usually read. And this one is it's about language. It's called The Usual Golondrinas. In the shadows, underneath mud-daubed Artcraft Bridge, the usual golondrinas dive and soar, circle, and pop in and out of their nests in gray morning suits, swallows' white bellies flashing in the sun. The cottonwood fuzzes the long grasses by the river with their purple heads as the golondrinas go after the gnats and mosquitoes, who also dwell by the river in a cloud of Brownian motion. If only I could translate their murmurations in Spanish or in English, the flocks of swallows or golondrinas in the Mondale pines and fruit trees these people of the big houses have planted on their flooding acres. Whatever the weather, dry river or flowing, the swallows remain as the ducks and cranes do not. The usual golondrina's song mixes in with the ocean roar of truck traffic, which has increased on Artcraft Road since the new bridge at Santa Teresa. The usual golondrinas dazzle with their alphabet of acrobatics, their language of sinew. These usual swallows remind me that mi amigo Miguel Angel wouldn't believe me that the English word for the bird was so feo and only 2 syllables. They deserve 4 for their song, he railed, and wouldn't destroy their nests on the white walls of his porch in his big house on Country Club Road, in spite of their mess by the pool, still so angry about the English word for la golondrina. Okay. Oh, and maybe if you're from El Paso, you remember that big freeze we had, was it 8 years ago? 13, when all the pipes froze? Our pipes froze. I remember that. Wintry mix in the Chihuahuan Desert. No one predicted a noon wind chill of 19 degrees, fog, and snow showers. Even now on television, the forecasters admit their models don't show it, while I hear snow crunch against the window pane like sand swung by a dust devil in the spring. All day I have watched it pile up around the palm tree and on its fronds, a witness to the snow-tipped pines, to the vanished Sierra de los Mansos, socked in by desert snow. The models say it will end in 7 minutes at 1 p.m., but I don't believe it for 1 minute. I believe that visibility is down to 1 mile, that wind gusts are up to 35 miles an hour. I'm going to drive the Subaru, wear my snow boots, then snuggle up and do Sudoku, except that the shepherd dog wants his walk, even though snow slants like flecks of white paint artists dab in the eyes of portraits, the light on this fog-bound day, snowing in the freezing Chihuahuan desert. And then I'm going to do one. I had this experience of having my portrait painted at a Tumblewords workshop once, which was weird because the portrait painter wasn't any good. But he was the boyfriend of my best friend, so I had to act like it was okay. So anyway, it's called Sitting for the Portrait. Sit still, pick a spot to focus on. Don't look at me, the artist said. A room full of people watched the artist painting me. Comments. I laugh. Quit moving, Robin. I lose my focus on the wall. So hard to sit perfectly still. I could not hold a smile, I thought, so I sat for 35 minutes, my lips wistfully parted. I see that he looks at me again and again, taking my measure with his brush. But what he paints is all sharp angles. I look like a strawberry blonde witch. He got the hair all right, not the eyes or lips. He paints green irises without the orange highlights within or blue ring around them. Such an intimate act is close looking. Being observed so closely made me nervous. To portray from Middle French and Latin means to draw forth. What did he elicit from me? My inner ugly? What to do when I saw what he had observed? Laugh or cry? 20 people watching me closely. I had had no idea how it was going. So I finally smiled. When I arrived home, my husband asked, "How did it go?" "See what you think," I said, and unrolled the thing. My son screamed. I would like to have liked it, as the artist is the paramour of a good friend. But when she asked if he could finish working on it, I said, "Well, my husband doesn't like it. He's my primary observer. His seeing, my first concern." But she wouldn't drop it. All the more reason for him to finish it. Oh, it's finished, I thought, as I toted it to the garage. To unsee the seeing of what this not so great artist had seen. Oh, I think I'll have to stop there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robin. And you have your plugs?
Oh yeah. Always I'm at Tumblewords. Saturdays, 1 o'clock Mountain Time. And Kit runs that, and it's really good if you want to establish a writing practice. I think that poem, it came out of Tumblewords. Almost all of my poems, I think, come out of Tumblewords. So that's what I have.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate that. Thanks for kicking things off. That was awesome. Again, if you're in El Paso or elsewhere, check out her book, Ridge Vibe Pressure, and there's many more in there. Definitely, if you guys are aspiring to write more, definitely check out Tumblewords. It's a generative writing workshop, and it's just, you write and then you share what you wrote. Simple as that. And come on through. You can find Kit Wren online, Facebook, and you can also look up Tumblewords Project on Facebook for more of that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue today's show. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to Sandy and Tony, who were here in the chat saying hello and talking to everyone. Also, shout out to Julian. Julian is, check out the El Paso Art of Storytelling online. The first event was amazing, but it was the first of many. I got to run into Julian today and talk a little bit. about future plans. So it's always good to see you in the live chat with us. Sandy, of course, as well, and Tony. Good to have all the regulars here. And again, if you're tuning in, and don't be shy, just let us know you're here. Hang out with us in the live chat. Well, we all have conversations. Let us know what lines you love. You know, if there's a line, there's a metaphor that strikes you a certain way, if you can relate or connect to anything that the poet has said, let us know, and I'll give you shout outs in between the performers. So, because it's fun to interact that way. Absolutely. So, we're going to go ahead and move a little bit north of from here, and we're going to check in with our friend Michael Sindler, who, as always, has some great poems to share. Mike Sindler, go and take it away when you're ready, my friend. Hey.
Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I will agree with Robin and Kit that Tom Boards is a wonderful thing. Another wonderful thing is lighthousewriters.org, which I would highly recommend anybody, especially those of you out there in YouTube land who haven't heard me say this 190 times. Just a great place to find stuff for whatever kind of work you're doing. Just amazing faculty, amazing special guests, and things like that. Yeah, it is wonderful. It's great to see Laura here, who we can depend on for great music, but also we have Sue. I'm looking forward to hearing her play some music for us because I haven't heard it before. I'm just going to do a couple real short ones because I got a kind of long hat poem. First one's called Polishing, and these are both real new. Polishing. I've been polishing my poetry, but the dirty rewrite rag drips grease, syntax sandpaper, grit worn smooth, glimmer flakes get caught in grooves, cutting fingers on rhyming ridges, fragile sentence structures shatter, unable to handle constant pressure, to find replacement cleaner or fresher, word smeared or swept away by cloth, advance a sloth inspired speed, lines stop short of symmetry, endless polishing poetry. And the other one is not exactly a classic sonnet, but it is a sonnet, so we'll call it a modern sonnet. It's called Mountain. Nothing lies more than memory. Nothing slices silence cleaner than wind. Nothing rests further than you from me. Nothing cuts deeper than a lost friend. Nothing matches on land or on sea. Nothing is finished that was begun. Nothing on the wind needs to run free. Nothing and nowhere and no one. Nothing prepares for the unexpected. Nothing is a bigger joke than fate. Nothing connects what is disconnected. Nothing can teach a mountain how to wait. Nothing holds a place open for the bereft. Nothing is enough when it's all that's left. And as I said, this one's a little on the long side. Being Black History Month, I do want to make sure to celebrate that. And this poem is by Dudley Randall, who I think is one of the great Black poets of America, though he's not as well known as some of his compatriots, but absolutely fantastic poet. And this one is called A Poet is Not a Jukebox. A poet is not a jukebox, so don't tell me what to write. I read a dear friend a poem about love, and she said, "You're in that bag now for whatever it's worth, but why don't you write about the riot in Miami?" I didn't write about Miami because I didn't know about Miami. I've been so busy working for the census and listening to music all night and making new poems that I've broken my habit of watching TV and reading newspapers. So it wasn't absence of Black pride that caused me not to write about Miami, but simple ignorance. Telling a Black poet what he ought to write is like some commissar of culture in Russia telling a poet he better write about the new steel furnaces in Novgorod region or the heroic feats of Soviet labor digging the Trans-Caucasus Canal or the unprecedented achievement of workers in the sugar beet industry who exceeded the quota by 400%. It was later discovered to be a typist error. Maybe the Russian poet is watching his mother die of cancer, or is bleeding from an unhappy love affair, or is bursting with happiness and wants to sing of wine, roses, and nightingales. I'll bet that in 100 years, the poem the Russian people will read, sing, and love will be the poems about his mother's death, his unfaithful mistress, or his wine, roses, and nightingales. Not the poems about steel furnaces, the Trans-Caucasus Canal, or the sugar beet industry. A poet writes about what he feels, what agitates his heart and sets his pen in motion, not what some apparatchik dictates to promote his own career theories. Yeah, maybe I'll write about Miami as I wrote about Birmingham, but it'll be because I want to write about Miami, not because somebody says I ought to. Yeah, I write about love. What's wrong with love? If we had more loving, we'd have more Black babies to become Black brothers and sisters and build the Black family. When people love, they bathe with sweet smelling soap, splash their bodies with perfume or cologne, shave and comb their hair and put on gleaming silk garments, speak softly and kindly, and study their beloved to anticipate and satisfy her every desire. After loving, they're relaxed and happy and friends with all the world. What's wrong with love, beauty, joy, and peace? If Josephine had given Napoleon more loving, he wouldn't have sown the meadows of Europe with skulls. If Hitler had been happy in love, he wouldn't have baked people in ovens. So don't tell me it's trivial and a cop-out to write about love and not about Miami. A poet is not a jukebox. A poet is not a jukebox. I repeat, a poet is not a jukebox for someone to shove a quarter in his ear and get the tune they want to hear, or to pat on the head and call a good little revolutionary, or to give a Kumbaya Liberation Award. A poet is a jukebox. A poet is not a jukebox. A poet is not a jukebox. So don't tell me what to write. Thank y'all very much. Hope everybody appreciates, enjoys, and whatever Black History Month.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that as always. Thanks for sharing that piece. Speaking of Black History Month, if you're an EPCC student, we will be celebrating this month as well with the Papagayo Project. You can look it up online, and we're going to be featuring another local poet in Courtney Holmes. Come check it out. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. All right. So, jukebox poet. You know, that reminded me of like when we did have poetry slam here in El Paso. We tried this thing. It was like the poetry jukebox, and what it was, we allowed the audience to like control the poet, like by shouting out like rewind or slow it down, or it was a little fun thing. And I remember that was a really good test to see how well I had my poems memorized, because then I had to like try and do it in different voices. That's not a jukebox, can't even really do that. I don't know why that was a command, but yeah, that took me back to some of those poetry slam days, and that was a really fun practice. Okay, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent on my end. Again, shout out to everyone who's joining us here on our online mic. We have a really great list. In fact, a couple more people have signed up. So it's probably the most full list we've had in a while. We're going to go ahead and do some more traveling. Again, thanks to the technology of Zoom and being able to just connect with people from all over the world. We're going to go from Denver to South Euclid, Ohio, and check in with the poet laureate of South Euclid. That's right. You guys already know it's time to visit Doc Janning. I always feel like we're going like on a prehistoric nature show with your background, like, all right, let's see what Doc has to say. There you go.
Well, dragonflies have been around since the days of the dinosaurs. In fact, some of them at that time had wingspans approaching 3 feet. So they were pretty big. This first poem is titled, You Will Know. In your lifetime, you will find a person, meet a person who will love you more than anyone you have ever known will know. They will love you with all their energy, with all their soul. They will sacrifice and surrender. They will give so much, it will scare you. And someday, you will know who they are or were. Divergence and convergence on timeless worlds, worlds behind worlds, worlds within worlds, lie moments of wondrous comfort and abject terror, moments of indescribable beauty and unspeakable horrors, moments of joyous love and insouciant indifference, moments of dawn and dusk, of day and night, of noon and midnight, of sun and shadow, of moon and stars, of daylight and dark, moments of calm and storm, of chaos and harmony, of apex and nadir, moments of meaning and of none, moments within moments, moments of infinity, moments. This is titled Unknown Stars. Unknown stars shine mid Chthonian shadows of time. They shine in muted voice on worlds beyond ken, worlds beyond unseen horizons of unforgiving dark, worlds of the ancient ones, the elder gods, worlds of the leather-winged, the creatures of nightmares, worlds of kaleidoscopic horror and unending terror, worlds dreamed by Lovecraft, dreams of a shuddering truth. Cthulhu, Relia, Van. Thank you.
All right, Doc, awesome. How can our fine people online see more of your work, maybe purchase your book or see what you have going on?
Well, this coming Sunday, I have my own online series, which I've restarted, called Second Sunday Poets, and I will throw that information in the chat. Our featured reader is going to be Mona Zamfrescu, who some of you know and others do not, but she's a wonderful poet and a wonderful artist as well. And then as far as my book, I need to pull that up. If you'll give me a moment, and I will throw that in the chat as well. And I found out that even though it's long nominated, the Pushcart Prize notifications will not come out until May. So I'm waiting on tenterhooks for that. Now, what the heck is going on here that I can't? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's why I can't. But the chief editor for Venetian Spider told me that even though my book was in print only for a little more than a month last year, it was their second bestseller for the whole year. So I guess I did something right. And beyond that, I have a gig, well, not a paid gig, but I will be a featured reader for a local in-person event on Sunday the 18th. And it's going to be a love-themed event. So the host has asked me to be in my persona as Dr. Love and read primarily love poetry.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for sharing all that, Doc. As always, thanks for joining us, and we got all the links here in the chat. Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. We got it. All right, cool. That's right. All the links have been conjured in the chat. I'll make sure to transpose some of those to the live chat on YouTube. So shout out to all my YouTube peeps right there. Something that you can do to help this show right now. If you enjoy these, if you have a really great time, don't forget to push the like button. If you're enjoying these, right? That always helps. You can share it with your friends if you know anyone in particular who enjoys poetry, who just maybe want just share it with your social media. And again, that helps us because it gets pushed out to more people, and we can always kind of do some help with the growing. And of course, as you listen in, make sure to follow all the people that you love, their social media, check out their books. That goes a long way. Even just following them on social media and sharing posts, liking posts, same concept, right? It's there's an algorithm that pushes out that content to more people when people are interacting. So comment, like, all that stuff does go a long way. So thank you, Doc. Did want to give yeah.
I got one more thing. Well, two more things to say. Number
You busted
one,
out with the scroll today.
My book has finally been shelved at the library, and I'll be posting that on my Facebook page in the next day. And then, what was the other thing I was going to say? I've forgotten it, so don't worry about it.
All right.
Hey, I'll be 81 next month, so I'm entitled to forget a few things.
All right, man. Yeah. As a subtle, like, hey, birthday plans, huh? Thank you, Docs. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's a poet laureate, busy man, right? Lots going on. He's got the book out and everything. So I was like, what do you got going on? He busted out the scroll, right? That unfurled into the next room. But we got there. Thank you. So you mentioned, I heard the name Mona, and that's my segue to talk about Tuesday, tomorrow night in El Paso. We return to Mona Bar of Modern Art for our open mic. We've been at Rosewood for a little while Mona was going over some reconstruction, some fixing things up, but we finally return tomorrow night, and we will have an open mic. It's going to be an abbreviated mic, though. In other words, we're going to have limited spots. It's pros and cons to that, but the reason why is because we have some excellent featured artists that will be performing with the headliner Nicky Diamonds. Nicky Diamonds is a BWOMS veteran. He used to come out and play at the Black Orchid Lounge Rest in peace. And in that time, Nicky's kind of been doing his thing. He's been touring. He's been building up a following. Really awesome musician. So if you are in the area, come check it out. There will be two other supporting acts. Elna, I don't know a whole lot about them, and Reggie Fairweather, who used to manage at Mona Bar, but he's also been in local bands. And he does a lot of support for local bands. Plus, of course, the open mic. Come hang out with us. It'll be King Grizz, Fernando, and myself there, kind of running the open mic portion, taking photos, videos, all that great stuff. Wednesday, as I mentioned, we got the right/work, but let's go and continue with the open mic, and we're going to go ahead and go to San Francisco. Just like that. And she was telling us about these gigantic dragonflies in the chat, and I love it because, we love hearing about those stories. You didn't write anything here for me to go riff off, but she's gonna share some poetry. And as always, we're so thankful for what she does here in the Zoom verse and what we call the extended Fin verse. Was it Fincabulary verse? Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage, Fin Bell. What's up? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. Yeah, apologies. I know you look forward to those things I put into the Google form. I didn't have any juice in me today, so next Monday, I promise. So I'm gonna do a bit of a poetry sandwich, two covers, and in the middle is my poem. So the first cover is from Carl Phillips' book. Carl Phillips is everybody knows this already. He was 2023 Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. And he's also the book club pick for PGN's Poetry Book Club, which please do come through. We invite everybody. It's on the 18th. If you want more information about it, message me on Instagram or on Facebook. I'll put that information in the chat. Or you can email Mark Fishbein, who heads the book club. He's Mark at poetwithguitar.com. So from Then the War, I'm going to do a poem called He Didn't Raise Hand or Voice. Maybe so, or maybe it's only memory in the end that turns some men into flags. Anything from ownership to conquest. To here, I stopped to rest once, but I couldn't stay, while others years later pass the otherwise mistake of them. Become reliable compasses we still half hold on to. Their bodies a forest when seen from the air in a small plane, so that it's possible to get close enough to see where the oaks give way to poplar trees, or where, if you follow the pines far enough, they open out to a field across which you can see the ocean. We couldn't have found our way here without them, in which case where lies mistake at this point and where revision. Last night, a friend asked if I could say, even roughly, how many men I've ever slept with, and when unable to, I panicked. He assured me my situation is not uncommon. Tonight, I'm not so sure. The Lord gives to each of us only what we can bear, says my father during the weekly phone call, where I practice limiting myself to a single drink. One way, I guess, of maybe keeping my hand in when it comes to restraint. For once, I don't push back at him, his faith. If I can give him that much, why shouldn't I? If I say the giving feels impossibly just before I let go of it, almost like love, that's all I'm saying. It happened, and now it's over. They move together in groups and singly. They move among the trees as among parts of the language they'd forgotten they knew. Alrighty, so that's one cover. This is a new piece. It's currently titled Dying Planet. I don't know if it's gonna keep that title. Darkness is a cinema for her own blinking luminaries, a deep flush violet. In the absolute of nighttime, we are not at black point. We are not at point blindness. We could see all the stars if we look long enough. That is not to say when we look this way and that, we can make sense of positive against negative space. That is not to say when we are here, we are present, and that we know this as being. How does the body tell you she is adrift when she cannot tell you why she is where she is, cannot tell you why she is who she is, cannot tell you half truths, whole lies about the diameter and brilliance inside her molting sun, inside her long gone dying planet? There lies a song in utter silent void, a clicking meter in a moon's heartbeat. The words, the meaning, the intentions. The words speak. The meanings convolute. The intention nudges. The words, the meaning, the intention. All lost, all secretive, they call out code, and we interpret, divulge. Rogues pass through this universe en route to fogged up, glistening neon-baked systems. Only they may cipher the lost language, but they will not let us in on this cruel gimmick. Hear this here note, their extragalactic pun. They play telephone with each other, hide among space stagnant dust. We are eons in their past. We are light years behind. In a while they tire of us. They do not stay long. The presence of light is not the absence of dark. We hear no sigh of relief at their meeting place, no yielding of, no acknowledging of. I adhere, you begin here. You take, I have the sheer magnitude of myself left to give. Does anyone care to comprehend how the day does the night dirty? How he woke up one morning, shade spliced insanity declared, watch now, but no, not too closely. Will you tell every ear already bent crooked that I outshine the elusive moon? Alrighty, and then finally, handy dandy 100 love sonnets. Neruda, we're gonna do number 47. Yeah. Okay, 47. I want to look back and see you in the branches. Little by little, you turned into fruit. It was easy for you to rise from the roots, singing of your syllable of sap. Here you will be a fragrant flower first, changed to the statuesque form of the kiss, till the sun and the earth, blood and the sky fulfill their promise of sweetness and pleasure in you. There in the branches, I will recognize your hair, your image ripening in the leaves, bringing the petals nearer my thirst, and my mouth will fill with a taste of you, the kiss that rose from the earth with your blood, the blood of a lover's fruit. That's all from me. Thank you.
Well, right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, go ahead and plug your stuff.
Pluggy McPluggington. Oh, okay. So now accepting submissions for my third issue of Mayari magazine. The third issue's theme is Fire Bloom. The mini issue is currently published. The second batch of it is coming out on the 8th. It's called #love, 6-word love stories. A lot of people submitted to it. It was really fun. And also issue number 2 is currently published, so to catch those. And on Thursday, I'm so excited. On Thursday, we have a musical showcase called Caught in Rhapsody. It is featuring 4 very talented musicians from our community. That is Adam Granger, Joski Sky, Lara Lynette, and Mr. Tesosomok. So please do come through. Tickets are no longer available on Eventbrite. If you want a ticket, message me, contact me. You can come in. Everybody's welcome. Yay. Okay.
Oh, that is so awesome. I love to hear that. I saw that promoted and I got so excited. Thanks for that. And thanks for sharing. As always, really love the piece you shared today. A lot of great pieces in there. And of course, can't go wrong with Neruda. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Oh, shout out to Galactic Ginger in the chat. I just saw you in the chat. What's up? AKA Heisenberg Rico. What is up? AKA, well, anyway, good to have you here. Good to see all you guys here with us. We're going to go ahead and continue with our online mic. Next up, let me see. It's been a while since we've had him on, I think. We have our main man from Maine. That's right. You guys already know it's time for Generalissimo, Mr. Brian Franco. What is up, man? Happy Monday. Take it away when you are ready.
Take it away. Okay, sure. Let's see. I'm gonna do this poem that I wrote today while listening to Sandy Horton play a wonderful flute piece. Should I be thankful for the sun I cursed, as it nearly blinded me while I drove? The sun doesn't know better than to shine. It does what it does. It fights for space with the clouds. It fights for time with the moon. Sometimes it tries not to shine. Every once in a while, it tries to hide behind the moon, which doesn't actually work out. But it has a job to make roosters crow, to wake humans, to help plant life flourish, and flowers bloom, and fruits and veggies happen. And every once in a while, almost blind someone like me who doesn't quite appreciate the existence of the sun. Poem one. Poem two. Why some people always smell like chicken wings. There is a reason I no longer eat chicken wings in public. I am a superiorly messy eater. Chicken wings are for people who don't require a bib to eat sloppy, saucy food. The same reason I avoid eating chicken wings is the same reason I regret every conversation I have with you. You are not those Japanese chicken wings that magically have no greasy residue. You are not the fried chicken my mom used to bake in the oven with a cornflake crust. You are previously frozen, skin on battered wings, cooked in a commercial fryer that have to be drip drained of excess oil before being wrapped in paper towels, before being doused in a sticky sauce that comes in a half-gallon plastic squeeze-top jug made with high fructose corn syrup and at least one artificial color. Like chicken wings, a conversation with you makes me feel like I need to call in a hazmat team to give me a shower, like they make people who get exposed to nuclear waste take. You should watch the Oscar-winning film Silkwood with Meryl Streep and Cher to understand how people feel when exposed to your unique brand of one-upmanship that forms an oil-slick wife with gaslighting, fake smiles, and know-it-allism. By the way, you're welcome. Give us this day, and this was in the Cork Poetry Days newspaper. I forgot what the newspaper was called. A couple of years ago. Give us this day. He was warned the city would eat him alive, chew him up, and spit him out. He savored the city and digested every experience it offered. Sweet, bitter, beautiful, ugly. Honking horns and sirens sung him to sleep. The silence outside his childhood bedroom window riddled his visits home with insomnia. He found horizons in the asphalt and shadows that did not exist in the Gulf of Mexico. He had become a glutton for all the cul-de-sac had denied him. He delighted in the bitter in a naively sweet way. He realized it was okay to talk to strangers. He enjoyed the company of the waving homeless man who slept on the bench near the East River jogging path just past the Randall's Island walking bridge. They never conversed, never shook hands, never exchanged names, yet each served a purpose for the other's existence. They gave each other each day a little piece of daily bread. One waved, the other waved back. The sweet sound of dawn was the theme song to their conversations, a collaboration by two long-lost brothers who drank their coffee black. That one time they had breakfast together, they sat at the counter of the Silver Star Diner, downing cups of black coffee and chewing on a city neither could ever spit out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate your poetry. I feel like I can't say that enough. How can people support your work online or just follow you online?
Uh, you know what? I'll find that and pop it in the thing. Thanks.
All right, man. You go ahead and do that. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're making another conjuring in the chat. We'll make sure to share that as well to all our peeps on YouTube. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and keep going on. We're gonna stick around in the East Coast. We have another face that we haven't seen in quite a minute. So it's always good when she returns. Ladies, gents, NBs, let's go ahead and welcome the chameleon poetic back to the BWOMS online stage. Terry Rose Jertson, what's up? Let's get you on here. Welcome
Hey,
back. Hey.
what's up, peoples? I'm gonna read from Shockey G's book In Lieu of Flowers. I'm gonna read her poem called Lovers Anonymous. My name is Shockey G, and I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm addicted to the belief that I can fix anyone's broken if I love them enough. As if love is some kind of emotional duct tape. But here I am, broken as a two-way mirror, love overflowing from my cracks. It seems sometimes pieces aren't supposed to be put back together. Sometimes they're meant to splinter, find a home in the most painful of places. You see, I got this collection of heartbreak I keep in a cardboard box on the shelf right next to my glass bottle confidence. I tell myself if I hide it long enough, I'll forget it exists. I hate to give flowers, not because I'm inconsiderate, but because I hate thinking that you must cut away the most beautiful parts of you, killing yourself to make someone happy. That being said, I love to give out potted plants, but I have these black thumbs, which is to say everything I touch, I destroy. Once I asked Midas if we could switch for a day. He stuck his hands in my chest and left me with this heart of gold. Said someday I'd learn to appreciate it. I can't say that I do, but maybe someday. If I'm lucky, I can give it to someone who will. So, highly recommend Shockey's book. And it's on Word is Right. So you can order it or you can contact Shockey. I'll put that info in the chat. I have a couple pieces, short ones, you know, me, I'm short pieces. Here's another one from This Is Me. You irk the bejesus out of me, but before that I kept you around for shits and giggles. One thing is for sure, fondness is a poor substitute for friendship. Second short piece, regret. Promising forever, healing punches, wiping windows of pain, forgiving for the 50th time, covering up bruises on my face, giving you any grace, ignoring that still small voice that said to run. And one more for Valentine's Day coming up. You know you caught me with my heart out on my sleeve. It was sleeveless weather when we both knew better, but we did it anyway. Venus and Mars now heated, debate should we separate, leaving deep scars in our universal psyche. It's been 999 times I reminded myself that even if it's lonely, I know I will never leave. We made our forever vows under that ancient tree. And that's me. Thank you. My book's The Chameleon Chronicles, if anyone's interested, also on the same website, Word is Right website. Or if you know me, you can contact me and I can send you a copy. Thank you.
Very cool. And of course, the Chameleon Poetic on Instagram. Thank you so much, Terry. Always a pleasure. And let me go ahead and get back into the spotlight. If you didn't notice, I put my lid back on. I put my cap on. I don't know. I always got to rep El Paso stuff, even my t-shirts. You know, this is from local nonprofit, Las Americas, says migration is a human right. It's a pretty cool shirt. So I always try my best to rock local t-shirts, whether it be bands, nonprofits, things around here. So, okay. Chameleon Poetic from New Jersey. But right now, we're going to come back to the region and we're going to stop at Horizon City. Now, when she signed up today, she wrote, "Love playing music and BWOMS sessions." And really, it's a back and forth kind of thing because we absolutely love when she gets to join us. I've been saying this a lot more recently, but I feel like people really connect with her music when she's up there. There's an authenticity, there's a genuineness, just a heartfelt what art is, when it brings us together. And I think our next performer embodies that when she takes the stage and her lyrics and her songs and performativity. So we're just so grateful to have you as be part of our crew. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring up Lara Lynette. Hey.
Yeah, thank you for that blue button. Hey, Richie, thank you. This is one of my favorite things to do when I can get back home in time to show up over here, because this is where I met y'all, and I love seeing each and every one of you, your little boxes, even your pictures, all that. So I got two majorly big thrills last night watching the Grammys, and the first one was when Tracy Chapman appeared on stage and did a duet with Luke Combs of Fast Car. Hadn't seen her in a while, and then Joni showed up later in the show, which was pretty awesome. So that made me try to dust off this song I'm going to try right now. It used to live in my set list a long time ago, so we'll see what happens. It's a Joni cover song. Morning comes to Morgantown, merchants roll their awnings down. Milk trucks make their morning rounds in morning Morgantown. We'll rise up early with the sun, ride the bus while everyone is yawning and the day is young in morning Morgantown. Morning Morgantown, buy your dreams $1 down. Morning in any town you name, morning is just the same. We'll find a table in the shade and sip our tea and lemonade. We'll watch the morning on parade in morning Morgantown. Ladies in their rainbow fashions, colored stoplight goes flashing. Walked a wink at total strangers passing in morning Morgantown. Morning in Morgantown, buy your dreams $1 down. Morning in any town you name, morning is just the same. I'd like to buy you everything, a wooden bird with painted wings, a window full of colored rings in morning Morgantown. But the only thing that I have to give to make you smile, to win you with all the mornings still to live in morning Morgantown. Morning like that. Thank you. Let's see, I'm going to try one of my own that it's a kind of a love song. It's kind of a crush song, really. It is in the same tuning, and it's called Riding in the Sky. Tell you how we roll along, how we get on by, how we roll along. I want to take you riding in the sky, but you want on by. You don't want to spend the time. So I go searching in your eyes, and you're searching mine. There's no line, we both get so scared. Run on, run. Now that's just talking about a powerful love that is full of hope, full of counting the stars above. It don't do nothing about filling up dreams. It only leaves you tired, wish about 1,000 other different things. I wanna be your lover, baby. I wanna give you things. I wanna hear you sing. Don't wanna see you turning, 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 turning away. No, baby, no. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-down. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-down. Baby, yeah, woo-hoo. Now just to tell you how you make me feel, well, I get on by, I keep on rolling along. Please take me riding in the sky on that natural high. Those eyes making me wanna try. I wanna try and get close to you. I wanna love you true. I wanna try and do anything that'll make you love me too, baby. I wanna be your loving babe. I wanna give you things. I wanna hear you sing. I wanna see you turning, 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 turning. No, please, no turning away. Baby, no, baby, baby. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Richie.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. Always having you on. And once again, where can people find your music online?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I wrote up a little thing. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll put it in, throw it in the chat. Thank you all very much.
Perfect. There you go. That's that's the lingo. Alrighty then. I apologize. I think for some reason I have like a weaker internet connection than usual. So maybe I don't know if I'm getting choppy on your end or anything. Sometimes I'm getting your performance is a little choppier than usual, but hopefully it's not too bad on the live stream. I want to give a shout out. Let's see. Oh, Julian Matthews is in the live chat. Very cool. He did have a request. Joni Mitchell, both sides now. A case of you, Big Yellow Taxi, etc. So something for you to think about if you want to jump on next time. Yeah, good to see Julian in chat. Okay, cool. So we are going to go ahead and continue on. And this next performer, we recently met this past Friday at our open mic at Jovian Bronson's. She's joining us from Las Cruces, and she's gonna share some poetry and I believe a song. Let's go ahead and welcome to our online show, Sue Schnitzer. Sue, hey, happy Monday.
Hey, and I must say, I'm very impressed you've pronounced my name correctly without asking, which is amazing. So I normally, when I do an open mic, do music, but I thought today I would push myself out of my comfort zone. So I do some different online writing groups, and one of them recently had a prompt, "What are you tired of wishing for?" Wow, that one set it off. So that's the poem. I am so tired of wishing for world peace and universal things beyond my reach. I am tired of wishing that I could feel safe walking in a big city, hiking a remote trail, driving alone for hours at night. I am tired of hearing the words, "Be safe, God bless you on your journey." I am tired of being asked, "Where are you from?" like that defines who I am. I am tired of being asked questions by people who don't listen to my answer because they are too busy assuming, discounting, or ignoring. I am from the last place I came from. I am from so many places that I don't want to list them like they are a shopping list. Be safe? Of course I try to be safe, but that doesn't mean I won't explore and push myself to the extreme once in a while. I can be safe without a blessing from a well-meaning person who thinks that their God can protect me. It is my beliefs, choices, actions that both endanger me and protect me. I am tired of wishing for things I don't have control over. I am tired of being judged based upon other people's complacency, contentment, resentment. But I am not too tired to keep on living the way I choose. Life is finite. Being tired is part of the process. Being awake is the point. I go and do, I rest, I wake up, and I go and do it again. I am not tired of growing. I am not tired of living. I am not tired of wishing and dreaming and doing. I'm just tired of being judged and cautioned and second-guessed. I am so tired of people assuming that I don't know what is best for me. All right, now I'll go into my comfort zone. I told you guys I was going to play one on guitar, but I mentioned ukulele, and then I thought, you know, what the heck, just do ukulele. So I actually have only been in Las Cruces since last Tuesday night. Before that, I was living in Prescott, Arizona. And I wrote this song kind of as a goodbye song to my, and I did it at open mic in Prescott, so it's unusual for me to do it without crying, but yeah. Anyway, it's called What I'll Miss. Fiery sunsets bright in the western sky, blaze Cowboy hats on the guitar players who are playing all around town. All the things I'll miss will soon become memories. Over time, they might fade, but they'll always be part of my story. The place, the people, the feel of home, they'll be in my heart everywhere I go. And I know that anywhere can become home. Part of me wants to stay. Part of me says it's time to go. I'll say goodbye, try not to cry, and get in my car. And I'll go. The place, the people, the feel of home, they'll be in my heart everywhere I go. And I know that anywhere can become home. Thanks.
That was amazing. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's a very beautiful. I understand what you mean now by trying not to cry while playing it. It's a lovely tribute, and welcome to the region. We're happy to have you joining us. And lastly, how can I know you're new to a lot of us? How can people follow and support you online if they'd like to?
I do have a Substack blog, and I have a lot of stuff on YouTube. I'll throw those links in the chat. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I love it, and thanks for joining us again. And we look forward to maybe seeing you on Saturday. All right, thank you, Sue. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Also love the ukulele. It's always what's I think I've said this before about them. Ukuleles are usually like happy sounding instruments, so it's a testament. When we can have a little bit of a tinge of like nostalgia and an unheartfelt, maybe ruefulness involved in the tone of the ukulele. All right, so oh, Tanisha's in the house. I just saw you just signed up. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and continue onward. We are gonna stick around in this little corner of the U.S., the U.S. Southwest, and come back to El Paso, where our host for next week will be doing his thing, and also, of course, Tumble Words, as you've heard a lot tonight, as well as the writing workshop in town tomorrow, Wednesday, Write Work. I'll let him talk about that as well after his set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome Mr. Monday Night. Let's hear it for Kit Rand. Go ahead and take it away, my friend, when you are ready.
All right. Thank you, Richie. Sue, wonderful to meet you this way. That was a very good song. That's really got me a little bit on edge right now. But especially since, well, it's the last week of the football season, so I wanted to highlight my idiosyncratic football project that I've been working on for a while. I'm not going to read a whole thing for you. I'm just going to read a couple of paragraphs from longer pieces. But for those who don't know, I have a little blog where I write up a previous instance of the Monday night game every week in NFL history and find interesting parallels and interesting swings and roundabouts. It's really fun to watch everything come full circle, as it often does. I sort of ended up 3 years into the project finding the mission statement, possibly finding out why I like football. But this from the end of a piece about the Broncos Seahawks in 1988. This is what a life in football can do for you. It can act as a perpetual machine, delivering synthetic revenge. Every game is a rematch. Every action follows Newton's law, and every reaction fulfills Chekhov's gun. And consider the advantages of synthetic revenge over the so-called real thing. Real revenge is expensive. It's all-consuming, alienating, complicated, subject to penalties under law, and once achieved will leave you at loose ends, feeling like a corn husk with no tamal. No, we must not imagine the Count of Monte Cristo satisfied. His decades-long machinations had come to an end and had not relieved his pain. He was tired at best. Friends and beloveds, we don't need to do any of that shit. We only need to watch, wait, and remember. It's a cycle that never ends, but nevertheless, let us begin. And the thing that sort of popped up this year in all the different essays, I'm going to drop a link to the whole thing if you want it in the chat, and do the same for the second ending paragraph. This is how I opened the season this week, with a game between the Bills and the Jets in '86. Of course, Jim Kelly coming over from the failed USFL, which was ruined by ruinous buffoon Donald Trump. This opening day loss by the Bills kickstarted the next 10 years of consistent upper echelon success for Buffalo. Jim Kelly had lost his negotiations and had none of his demands met. But in the wake of his defeat, he found a home. He makes his home to this day in Buffalo, even in retirement. The NFL nominally lost the lawsuit against the USFL that made Jim Kelly a free agent, but it led to the immediate demise of their most serious attempt at a competitor league. Even Donald Trump, the ruinous buffoon whose failed machinations started all of this, somehow became president to the near ruination of everyone and everything he touched. It's true that this season, like all others, will end with one team achieving ultimate victory, frozen in time at their zenith. But it's also true that an ultimate obliterating defeat, equally binding, equally incontrovertible, has never yet been suffered. A little bit of what I think. Go Chiefs. And hello to some of the people associated with us who are in Kansas City right now for AWP. That's interesting. That's exciting for all of them. Hope everything goes well with them. And the cover poem, it's a nice and short one. Mike did a very wonderful job with his poem, and along the same lines, along the same Black History Month lines, I'm going to read a real quick. Won't You Celebrate With Me by Lucille Clifton. Personal favorite. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model. Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman, what did I see to be except myself? I made it up. Here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Okay, so you want more from me? Instagram at Kit Right Away, Facebook at my name, and Tumblewords Project on Facebook, where you can find some very wonderful free writing workshops over Zoom every Saturday at 1 o'clock. this week's host. I met him once or twice. His name is Kit Ren. You know, he comes from a good family, but he's developed some habits about him that just aren't quite right. And it's the annual Against Love Poetry Workshop. So we'll be looking at tales of woe and heartbreak and things that aren't love, but are still great. And hope to see all of you there. And Wednesday, for the wonderful project that Fernando and Lee, what they are both doing at the Work Right. It's called Right Work, excuse me, Right Backstroke Work. The first session is devoted to free writing and with a prompt. This week it'll be provided by me. And then the second session will be devoted to the more prosaic parts of a life in writing, cover letters, submissions, submission lists. Lee works very hard on the finding places for people to submit. And so join us for both halves of that. I'll be running the first half, and it'll be a sort of greatest hits of previous Against Love Poetry workshops, because, you know, save a little bit of work that way. But I believe that's all for me this week. So I will hand it back to Richie.
Hey, that's a pretty hefty thing there. And it reminds me, I do want to give a shout out to Melody Gomez, who ran our workshop on Friday, last Friday, and we'll be doing Tumblewords as well soon, right? 2 weeks? Couple
Yes,
weeks?
Melody's going to run it the 17th. It'll be
Okay,
the
what
same
the-
workshop. The same workshop that they ran on Friday, but with a few less guardrails, because everyone in Dumbwords is used to sharing as a matter of course. But it went super well on Friday, and I'm even more excited now for the 17th.
That's gonna be really cool. I have no idea why I just had balloons pop up on my screen. That's crazy. Did I activate that somehow? Did somebody do that? How did I do that? Anyway, I summoned balloons. That's cool. There's got to be a way I can make money off of that. All right, so let's go ahead and continue, though. We're gonna go ahead and head a little more up north with our friend Squigs up in Winnipeg. What's up, man? How you doing today? Good to see you again. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, Richie. Happy Monday, everyone. Thanks for the evening. It's not, I mean, I know February just started, but it's not too early for more love poems, right? This one's called Love Eats for Free. Love doesn't care about you. Love is looking for someone prettier and with a tighter cunt. Love is looking for who everyone else wants to love. Love is looking to own. Oh, love has the power to make the air worth breathing, to make gravity redeeming. Love will assign you a new color that you may add yourself beautiful to the human tapestry. Love can take the nausea of daily orbit and turn this spin into dancing. Love keeps in time with your heartbeat, but love doesn't have you. Love is looking for someone more handsome and with a bigger dick. Love looks for characteristics that have nothing to do with character. Love is an opportunist. Love eats for free. Love can't be held accountable. Love hears you have passed away and has trouble remembering what you look like. Love laughs without getting the joke. Love doesn't return your calls when you call it. Love is letting go and waiting for the rest of your life. Love doesn't apologize. Love thinks it's your fault. Love doesn't want to fight. Love wants to win. Love wants to beat you down and hates you for being weak. Love is waiting for someone else to call. Love doesn't show all its cards. Love is immune to your tears. Love doesn't think that half-truths are the same as lying. Love doesn't know what to get you for your birthday. Love doesn't care you don't sleep at night. Love doesn't have to tell you where love has been. Love doesn't owe you anything, though you would give everything for love. Oh, love is the power to make the air worth breathing, to make gravity redeeming. Love will assign you a new color that you may add yourself beautiful to the human tapestry. Love can take the nausea of daily orbit and turn this spin into dancing. Love keeps in time with your heartbeat. But love waits for its turn to talk. Love can't be held responsible for its actions. Love wants to be judged by its intentions. Love doesn't know how to give straight answers. Love will forgive you and not mean it. Love only wants to play. Love thinks about somebody else during sex. Love is better than you. Thank you. And for the next piece, I'm going to do a cover. I'm going to do a cover song. It's Lua by Bright Eyes. Because, as Buddy Wakefield says, the moon doesn't have to be full for you to love it. Anyone living up there in the north, yeah, get a humidifier. Keep those guitars well moisturized. Sense that they're very sensitive creatures. That will Oh, I know that it is freezing, but I think we'll have to walk. I keep waving at the taxis, they keep turning their lights off. But Julie knows a party at Samantha's West Side Loft. Supplies are endless in the evening, by the morning they'll be gone. When everything is quiet, I can be my own best friend. I get my coffee and the paper, have my own conversations. With the sidewalks and the pigeons and my window reflection. The mask I polish in the evening, by the morning looks like shit. And I know you have a heavy heart, I can feel it when we kiss. So many men stronger than me have thrown their backs out, trying to lift it. But me, I'm not a gamble. You can count on me to split. The love I sell you in the moonlight by the morning won't exist. Oh, sound deafeners. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, you don't have, I don't think you have original sound on.
Yeah, I don't know how to take the echo filter off. So, what is this coming down to? I hope to see some of these wonderful music. What was that there?
Acapella.
Fuck that. You hear it here and there. Fine, let's do it here and there. It's only like one more verse, anyways, in the chorus. You're looking skinny like a model with your eyes all painted black. You just keep going to the bathroom, always say you'll be right back. This is not being recorded, is it? Well, it takes one to know one, kid. I think you got it bad. What's so easy in the evening, by the morning, such a drag. I got a flask inside my pocket. We could share it on the train. And if you promise to stay conscious, I will try and do the same. Oh, we may die from medication, but it sure killed all the pain. Oh, 'cause what was so normal in the evening by morning seems insane. And I don't know what the trouble was that started all of this. The reasons all have run away, but the feelings never did. It's not something I would recommend, but it is one way to live. It's what's so simple in the moonlight of morning never is. It was so simple in the moonlight, but now it's so complicated. Simple in the moonlight, so simple in the moonlight, so simple in the moonlight. Thanks, everyone.
All right, we got it, man. Thank you. That was as I said in the chat, a little Star Wars reference, a surprise, be sure, but a welcome one. You know, next time we'll figure out the enable original sound for you. But for now, thank you so much. Do you want to promote your Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, it's right there. Medio_RN. I don't know what else. Just yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Love it. Sweet. Thank you so much, Squigs. Loved it. Loved it. Your love piece, man, was crazy. You know, sometimes it had me going like this. You know, I found out how to do the balloon thing and more. You know, so but honestly, love season always gets me feeling like this. Sorry, can't help it. I had to play around with this new toy I just figured out. Um, let's see. Let's continue with the list. We got a couple more performers. By my count, three. Three. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and drop in Washington, D.C. We got jokes and poems, rhymes for days. It's the one, the only Mr. Poetastic. Hope you're feeling fantastic. It's another Monday night. Feeling just right with Eddie P. What's going on, man? Happy Monday.
Wow. Happy Monday. Gotta love your wordplay each and every day. Woohoo! My name is Ed Potastical and Fantastic. Please just tell me to join my rhyme for Awful Sublime. I got 9 jokes and 3 poems. So I won't take 9 jokes and 3 poems. So I won't take too much time to rhyme. Thank you so much. First joke. Why should you trust a pastry chef on Valentine's Day? Because he'll desert you. What did the tortoise said on Valentine's Day? I totally love you. How did a squirrel get his Valentine's attention? He acted like a nut. What do you call sweets that can keep a beat? Candy wrappers. What do you call a romance that starts at the aquarium? Guppy love. How do vampires know if they had a successful Valentine's Day? If it's love at first bite. Why should you date a goalie? He's a keeper. Why did the sheriff locked up their Valentines? She stole their heart. And last but not least, how did a telephone propose to his girlfriend? He gave her a ring. I hope everyone enjoyed those jokes for you folks. Hope it chuckle your buckles. All right, I got 3 poems. My first poem is called My Brother. You're never alone. Your tools are with me. They make it full of iron and stone. Be plentiful, balanced, and free. My brother, stay healthy and strong. Keep building your tree. It doesn't matter how long. Make it vast, crisp, and endless as the sea. My brother, stay and be true. Be luminous light in the abyss. Let your words stick as glue. Let it fuel our inner breathing wish. My brother, I know life isn't kind. It's rough. Doesn't mean you have to be. Please help us to spot the dangerous landmines. Give us a new lens in order to help us live and see. My brother, be the shade for the blazing sun. Build us land to stand on. Tell us to use our tools instead of guns. Help nurture our minds and bodies to stay strong. My brother, surpass your limits to break the glass ceiling. Give us wings to live, strive, and fly. Teach us more than mindless killings. Give us stepping stones to be more than just a guy. My brother, I love you, even if I don't know your name. Right now, I'm proud of you. No, don't think that way or be ashamed. I trust you. You know what to say or do. Thank you. I got another one. It's called Pitch Black Unity. Happy Black I'm sorry, African American Month. Happy Black Appreciation Month. Um A mighty wise man was said he had a dream. Until legacy flows like a rushing stream. It's more powerful to take a large brick than to hold a gun. It shows more strength to be an iron wall than a mock sun. African American freedom fighters who are departed but not forgotten. The lies spirits leave our beating hearts less rotten. Their fearless sacrifices hasn't been tarnished or in vain. God knows they suffer from barking ignorance, whipping stupidity, and bias reign. In their last dying breaths, they never cursed, bellowed, or raised with ill will. Their heroic impact gave the hooded phantoms deep panic, fears, and chills. Our ancestors were bound in rusty, rattling, and clinking chains. Their ironclad determination helped us deal with the isolating pains. They suffer in agonizing darkness to bring us into the painless light. Some of you carelessly toss it away and hunger for spite. The unforeseen burns of backstabbing by ignorant whites and even against ourselves. Yet people forgetting that book on the shelves. It's not easy being a big black ink blot on a white canvas. We're trying to get this rage and stress off our roaring chest. Fighting, shouting, and killing like blinded guns isn't the answer. It spreads the venomous river of hate so much faster. Hate never loves, but only exterminates and destroys. Please be mindful that we're human beings and not mindless toys. Bitter vintage of the dish left freezing cold. Is it really satisfactory to deliver punishment sevenfold? It's easy to build instead of burning bridges. Everyone knows it's better to heal than to dig ditches. It doesn't matter if you're red, black, or white. Let's bury the hatchet and fight the good fight. There's strength in numbers, so let's become an enormous ray of sun. Let's make our voices, struggles, and powers into one. Black history isn't supposed to be celebrated just 1 month. Let's give ancient white bigotry one massive dynamite punch. Thank you. I got my last. This was a blast. This is called I Have a Dream. I have a dream we can love each other. I have a dream we can respect each other. I have a dream we can understand each other. I have a dream we can support each other. I have a dream we can educate each other. I have a dream we can cherish each other. I have a dream we can guide each other. I have a dream we can inspire each other. I have a dream we can hold each other. I have a dream we can empower each other. I have a dream we can shelter each other. I have a dream we can feed each other. I have a dream we can protect each other. I have a dream we can strengthen each other. I have a dream we can heal each other. I have a dream we can nurture each other. I have a dream we can radiate with each other. I have a dream we can lift up each other. I have a dream we can celebrate each other. I have a dream we can prosper with each other. I have a dream we can free each other. I have a dream we can live in harmony with each other. I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Yes. Shout out to lifting each other up. Absolutely. Hey, man, you know what I'm about to ask you, right? Where can we follow and support you online?
You can follow me as a part of our live to perform or watch this wonderful open mic that makes our money lights a light in the wonderful, fantastic spotlight. All right. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook is Eddie Farman and my IG is Eddie Farman92. And remember, if the mic's right, I'll be there to spit my fantastic insight. If you send a request, you take guests, the answer is yes. Hope everyone stay healthy, safe, and blessed. Never stop spewing the wonderful words outside your chest. Now start feeling and doing and being your best. And remember, you are more important than you ever know. Don't stop, don't stop your glow, and don't stop your flow. If you don't know, now you know.
There you go. You brought it all together, man. Thank you so much, Ed. I love it, man. Thanks for being here with us and sharing your jokes. That was a really solid set today, man. Both in poems and in jokes and all the love. I'm learning how to use these effects here, which I have for some reason all of a sudden. Alrighty then. So we're gonna go ahead and go from Washington, D.C. to San Francisco for our next performer. She's got some poesia for us. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the online mic. I'm looking. It's Tanish. We got Tanish in the house. I want to make sure you're here. Yay! What's up?
Nothing. I'm gonna be off camera this time too. But yeah, it's good to be back, and I thought I would sort of like raise awareness for Myanmar and the coup. I guess the coup happened in 2021, and the military took over, and it's just been really bad since then. And like no one is talking about it. So my cover poem is called Skulls. Make Kazal win. Revolution will be in bloom only when air, water, and earth, all the nutrients are in agreement. Before the revolution opened out, a bullet blew someone's brains out on the street. Did that skull have a message for you? Faced with the devil, is this or that statement relevant? In the Dharma of Da, you can't just wave the sword. Step forward and cut them down. The revolution won't materialize out of your mere thoughts. Like blood, one must rise. Don't ever waver again. The fuse of the revolution is either you or myself. And it says, I'm sorry to open with such a downer, but I only just heard about this, and I'm like really mad that like we haven't really been hearing about this. So it says, this is the final poem dated February 23rd, 21, by Kay Zhao Wen, who was shot dead by Myanmar security forces at a protest in Moniwa on March 3rd, 21. Yeah. This is my seminar in Southeast Asian poetry. So it's like not easy to like read all the time, but you know, yeah, if you can, you know, just seek it out a little bit, you know, because it's terrifying and yeah. And so I have like this other poem now. It's actually a short fiction one, and it will be my last one. And it's called Oscillate. It's not heavy. So yeah. One day I felt all of the sadness and none of the other feelings. The next day I felt all the joy and left the rest for another day. And so on, I did that for days, then weeks, every day for a whole year. I felt every emotion completely until my eyes drew tears. That means I cried daily over the sink, in the shower, making a PB&J sandwich. I watched Freaks and Geeks and cried like a fountain. That day was fear, which may not be a feeling so much as a physical response, but I count it because it was palpable in the rhythm of my pumping blood, as all feelings are. It became an experiment and it drew results. My face glowed from the tears, which had stained my eyes a light red on their way down. It was stress that I had forced upon my body, and I saw my hair turn gray, even in my nostrils and eyebrows. And you wouldn't believe it, but my eyelashes as well. The wrinkles formed over time and deepened with each teardrop that fell into their crevices. I'm 35 and I look like a piece of linen that needs ironing. The experiment was exhausting. It demanded 100% of my mental capacity to manipulate my thoughts so my body would follow suit. But I learned something. If you choose all of only one thing, then do it all over again with something different at a later time. You get to be everything separately and never nothing. It's a real existential dilemma. Are you your thoughts? Are you what you think you are? If you think yourself sad, you are. So why think at all? To be one thing all at once is exhausting. It is a truly precarious yet lead-footed position, but also in a way a chance to live non-committally because you ignore the beauty and clarity that comes with feeling it all of it at once. Well, I guess that was more philosophical and less heavy per se, but thank you so much for the space.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Tanish. Thanks for sharing those pieces. Deeply personal and just yeah. Do you how can people follow you online if they want to? I guess.
Yeah, yeah, right. Instagram, Tanish Cantos, and then you can also follow me on, or you can check back or whatever, tanishcantos.com. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's right. You have the website. That's so cool. All right. Did I tell you guys? I know I did, but I'm just kind of reminding you. Next week, we're celebrating our 200th episode. That's right. Since April of 2020, we've been here every single Monday, and we're excited to be here again. So Kit will take hosting duty. I'll kick things off, and it's just come on through to celebrate. If you know anyone who's been here ever, come on out and share some pieces. We'll just hang out like we always do, and it's really celebrate not just this space because I mean, if you clearly couldn't tell, there's this complex web between all the stuff we've been doing. Everyone doing their own mics and writing workshops, and it's stronger, I think, now because of all this stuff. So it's cool to have for real. The other thing is, yeah, if you haven't already, follow us online, Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. If you are an EPCC student, look me up online. I am Professor. You can look me up in the email directory, Marrufo, Richie Marrufo. You can just look up my email. You can also message the Barbed Wire Open Mic on Instagram or Facebook, and I will get you the QR code if you're here for that Tejano Passport program. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and end things as we often do. I want to make sure he's ready. He's doing some weird angle right now. That's an extreme angle. All right, I think he's setting up. Thank you as always for joining us, and those of you who hang out with us all throughout the night. Yeah, okay. I think he's ready. Dan, are you ready? Give me a thumb up if you're ready. or not? You can't hear me. Can you hear me? Maybe we'll do more themes this year. An ASMR mic. We always joke around about that, but one of these days, Zoom. If you're listening, the software. I would love if like hosts could have like a mixing board where you can control people's volumes. And if we're gonna make it more consistent or like mix a little bit, and that would be super cool to have. All right, but without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and send things off to our closer. It's the end of the night, and as we've done many, many times before, for 199 episodes, I'm gonna close out with Dan. So whenever you're ready, Dan, go ahead and take it away. Hey,
I think my camera froze.
it looks good to me.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you.
Okay, give me a minute. All right, hold on. Let me just. Okay. All right, give me 1 minute. Hold on. Let me see here. Uh-oh. No, I can't see myself. Yeah, I can't see myself. I think my
We
camera.
see you. We can see you just fine.
Honestly, it's fine, Dan. Do you
just a
need to
minute.
see do you need to see yourself? You don't have to. It's true.
Yeah, sometimes the camera could be way off and
No, well,
yeah.
okay, it's fine though.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Hang on.
For 190 episodes, Tech Check with Dan.
Oh shoot, you cannot be serious.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hang on.
You're in vertical mode.
There we go.
All right.
Okay. Let me try to set up my. Okay, here we go. Okay. How's everybody? Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Give me a second. Hang on. There we go. Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Sorry, I was trying to make a screenshot of myself. It's that or everything I got. So, only thing is just a pick to tie the knot. If you know what I mean. Something always too lean. Yep. Hold on. I think I froze myself. Hold on. There we go. I hope I get this one. Well, here goes nothing. Okay. Yeah, since yep. I know it's kind of I know that it's kind of unearthed, but the only thing is all the love around the earth. Well, doesn't seem worth, but it's kind of self-worth, but even though still at birth. Oh. Okay. It's like the old Big Dipper right there. And it does look like a skipper, but it's kind of, the sky's kind of like a slipper. But even though a dolphin is a flipper, but don't go to the old wood chipper. But the LA team is still a clipper. Yeah, so yep, there was always the shipper, and yep, thing like a tipper, glass slipper. Oh wait, that's Cinderella, glass slipper. Okay, let me see here. Well, it looks like Friday night. I was supposed. Well, I thought I didn't expect a red flag this coming Friday night, but unfortunately, the change of plans. It hit a red flag, but what a drag. Yeah, my plans for Friday to snag because I'm due once again for the final round of the Battle of the Bands, which means I'm gonna have to cancel. I'm gonna have to cancel Frank Ray and his band. So yeah, so wish. It's one big lag, and it's Yeah, what a drag. Yeah, no, my plans hit a snag, so yeah, so much for a zigzag. I just need a tea bag. Yeah, no, hmm, and I want it for a price tag. Oh well, so I guess there's nothing to explain, but at least that place is still on the street of Maine. Yep, I wish I could use a plane to drive back and forth. Yeah, it's worth but it's not worth a strain. So yeah, but I still have a sprain. Man, I wish I could eat chow mein. Well, my friend has a Great Dane. Yeah, her name is Tulane. Yeah. Oh well, so here's more profane this Friday. Yeah, so like it abstrain in the domain. So, oh well. I thought this Friday didn't expect to be a change, so that wasn't fair. Who the hell does I care? I'll just find a bear, well, television series, The Bear. Well, at least I'm sitting on a chair. At least you can listen to Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, that's perfect. The Horsemen's are the perfect pair. So at least it was something to spare. But here goes this Friday. The swear that the Lowdown Palace is where. So here we go. Rock and roll, beware. So okay. I guess that's it for now. I'm a dictionary, you know what I mean. I understand next Monday, the 200th episode, but we'll be 2 days away from Valentine's Day. Well, actually a day before Mardi Gras. That's right. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, I did that before. You know, my blogs. I did Mardi Gras / Valentine's Day. It was a few years back, but man, it was beautiful. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you next Monday for the 200th episode. Okay. For just to let you know, Dan the Man's Weekly is currently on hiatus until further notice. We're still catching up, so we will keep you posted. Just follow me on Instagram if you guys get a chance, and still follow me on X and Facebook. Okay. All right, and see my latest episodes on Dan the Man's Week on YouTube. Okay, I guess that is it. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you guys either, I don't know about tomorrow, but I'll definitely look forward for this Saturday because I got more roses to deliver this Saturday. Unfortunately, Friday, not around for the Lowbrow Palace, which I'll be forced to cancel Frank Ray's and Las Cruces. So, but I'll definitely look forward for this Saturday at the Grounded. So, okay, guys, I guess that is it. You have a great night. And okay, Richie, let's go ahead and call it a night. Where it feels right. Into the light.
All right, thank you, Dan. That was the cat. No.
Hold on. I need to fix something. Is it say grounded?
Yes,
Dan.
It's
did I say grounded?
You're fine, Dan. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Kit. The Lowbrow's not canceled. It moved.
Yeah,
because of
it's okay,
Friday.
Dan. All right. Thank you for all the updates.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's close. We gotta close the show, man. If we update everything, we're gonna be here all night.
I gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, very funny, Kit. Okay.
Thank you, Dan. Well, all right. Episode 199. in the books, just like that. So I want to give everyone a good night. Shout out to everyone who performed tonight. Be on the lookout for the sign up link. One of the easiest ways to find it is to find our link tree. That's pretty much, I think, linked anywhere on our social media. So you can find that. If you're not sure, you can message us. We can give you the link. And you could subscribe to that link tree. And every time I make the post, I can notify people who are subscribed. Also, it looks like I can do the old method. So I will also probably be creating live streams like ahead of time so you can see it, and in the description you can sign up there. So hopefully we can have a really great time. Everyone hopefully has a great week. A lot going on this week. So hope to see you guys at more of them. For the online mic, my name's Rich. Again, you can find me online, Dead Wall Reveries, or look up my name. And we'll see you at the next one. Peace.